almost every level of hockey right now is about dot-to-board play. There's a lot of grunt work that's required in order to get pucks back, get possession, and try to create something. And that's a change. I think since you go into the lockout back in '04 and you come out of that, there was probably a lot of open ice, but it changed quickly after that. And in the past 3-4 years, it's even more so a territorial game. And so we need to get better at that. We need to, heavier sticks and stronger on our sticks to get our share of those pucks, so you can create some offense. It's not an easy part of the game. That's here it is on a day after a day off when you've had 3 in 3 days, and you're trying to focus on that part of the practice to get that in place, and it's not easy. So that's just the way it is right now. We are trying to get better at it.
That's kind of how Providence's winner got set up there in overtime. They won a battle in the corner, centered it to McKinnon, and he kind of blasted it home.
Yeah, all by himself in front of the net. Is that the play?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Where that's 4-on-4 hockey, and that's a big breakdown by us. You can't leave the front of the net, obviously, with your weak side defenseman, and we got to track you to the puck with 2 defensemen, and you make a play like that, it looks pretty simple, but that wasn't really the situation. I don't think that I'm talking about.
Okay.
But that happened, and that was a big mistake on our part.
Just general thoughts on the last game, the Sunday game. Most specifically was the shot difference. I know that you noticed that in the first couple of periods, and I know it's a 3-3, but it was for Providence also. Just your thoughts on how that happened.
It happens with 3 penalties in the first period again.
Yeah.
They put up a lot of pucks to the net, and that's 2 games in a row where we had to kill off 3 penalties. Now you're specifically using your better players a lot. You use Shen, you Couturier, you got guys who play big minutes against a pretty good team there the other night against Syracuse, and you rally to come back and you end up winning the game. And now you got to draw in a lot of energy and emotion in the early part of the game, killing off 3 penalties in the first period. Plus, not only that, now it takes a whole bunch of guys out of the lineup. They're not getting any minutes. Their warm-up is over, and now we're 15 minutes into the period, and they've played 1 or 2 shifts. You can't get anything going that way. You got to get on the ice and keep going and get some flow to your game, and so you end up chasing the game after a while if you're not into it. And that's exactly what happened.
Seems like you had that flow better, and the third period was probably the best period in the game on Sunday for the Phantoms, I guess.
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, we had not played real well specifically in the first 2 periods, and part of it was what we just talked about. But when you get into the third, now some guys have got a little more ice time in the last half of the second. You start to get your legs going and start to get into the flow of the game, and better things can happen to get on pucks and recover them. And I thought I thought we got there in those situations in the third period. But that just takes time, and unfortunately we have to stop taking careless penalties. 2 hooking penalties and a slashing penalty, I believe, in the first period. Those are penalties you have to start to avoid. It's just too hard.
A couple of defensemen that were inserted into the lineup. Jeff Dimon, hadn't seen him for a while, and Matt Conan had not played for the team all year. And I thought they both played all 3 games, and from what I saw, it looked like they both had very good weekends.
Yeah, I like what I saw in Conan. He's a young kid that we brought up because of an injury situation, and gets into the lineup, taking advantage of it, playing well, moving the puck, shows, I think, some pretty good composure in stressful situations in his own end to find the right people and get the puck out of the zone. And he's got some nice size. He's got a presence out there because of his physical size, and that's a good thing for our hockey club. Dimon, he ends up scoring the big goal in the third period to tie the game up, and that's his job. That's his role. He's on the power plays. He plays in 4-on-4s, and he's got an instinct for the offensive part of the game, and he came through for us.